Well, I think you'd probably agree that having a four-legged family member can be a little bit expensive as far as responsibility goes, but most of us happily accept it.
Yeah, according to the American Veterinary and Medical Association, over a third of us have a dog or two. Almost a third of us have cats, and just over 3% of the American population has birds. Pet ownership in the U.S. has more than tripled since the 1970s.
Now, owning a pet certainly brings a lot of joy with it. But saying goodbye to a furry friend is one of the hardest parts of being an owner. Now, there's a way to make your pet's last days as peaceful and as comfortable as possible.
For 11 years, 130-pound Tug was a member of Betsy's family.
We traveled with him and we did everything with him.
But when Tug's health started failing, Betsy had to make a decision that every pet owner dreads.
He had trouble getting up and he would slip on the floors.
Instead of bringing Tug to the vet office, Betsy chose Lap of Love, a service that performs at-home euthanasia.
I'm able to ease that suffering and help the family say goodbye the most dignified and loving way.
At age 31, Mary Gardner quit her career in computer software to become a veterinarian after she lost her beloved dog, Snow White.
And that just changed my world.
Now, Mary helps other pet owners say goodbye. She travels to the pet's own environment to perform euthanasia. The animals can lie on their favorite beds, and other dogs and cats can be there too.
There's something very special about doing it this way.
Veterinarian Jeff Werber recommends the at-home service over the clinic environment.
But when it comes to this time, where it is their last experience on this earth, do I want them in an environment where they are agitated, where they're anxious, where there might be a bit of a fear?
Lap of Love also offers hospice for pets. This end-of-life program provides support, medical care, and comfort for animals during their final days.
I got the shoe.
Betsy says Tug's last moments were calm.
And there were tears, but it was just so nice.
Now she's welcomed a new member to the family, Tug's great-great-great-grandnephew, Canuck.
He'll lay on my lap, and he sleeps in bed.
And while there will never be another Tug, Betsy is loving every minute with her new pup.
Well, having to put down a pet is never going to be an easy decision. Experts say that different people will react in different ways. For instance, it's okay to have a lot of questions. It's okay to save a bit of your pet's fur as a keepsake. Veterinarians just want to make sure that those last moments are as stress-free as possible.
Well, one way to do that, just like Betsy did, consider adding another furry face to the family. Of course, nothing will replace your old friend, but making new memories with another cat or dog may ease the pain a little bit.
And there are so many cats and dogs on Delmarva that would just love to be a part of your family. So, how about we meet a few of them this afternoon? First up, Talbot Humane in Easton. This is Toga. Toga's a one-year-old spayed boxer mix, described as an old soul, but still she loves to run and play. Toga has great manners. Her training is going very well. If you're looking for a big, fun-loving snuggle bug, Toga's for you.
Also at Talbot Humane, this is Suffolk. He's a 2-month-old neutered domestic short-hair cat that loves to play. Suffolk was found as a stray and brought to the Talbot Humane.
All right, let's head over to the Delaware SPCA in Georgetown. This is Stevie. Stevie is a 3-year-old American pit bull. She had a rough life early on. She was brought to the shelter last year as part of a cruelty case. Now, we are told that Stevie is doing much better now. She's very friendly, but because of her energy level, she would do best in a home with older children.
Now we're off to the Humane Society of WICOMICO County in Salisbury. That's where you'll find Lenny. He's a 9-year-old neutered terrier mix. Lenny is just as sweet as he looks, and even though he's a little older, he still has a lot of life in him. We're told he's a little cautious of quick movement, so Lenny would do best in a home that doesn't have young children.
And last but certainly not least, we have Bella, also at the Humane Society of Wycomico County. 5-month-old domestic short-hair cat. Bella is a very spirited kitty that loves to play. Whether it's a toy mouse, paper ball, a laser pointer, you name it, she will play with it.
If you would like more information on any of these animals, you can visit our website, WBOC.com. Click on our picture at the top of the page. Well, once you have that furry friend, you'll probably find you don't want to leave his or her side. Jimmy has more on that.
All right, so you're headed away from the house for a little bit, maybe running some errands, maybe you got a road trip planned. Before you even leave the driveway, you know you got to make sure that you've got everything you're going to need. For a lot of us, That means making sure that Fido tags along. A recent survey of pet owners found that 32% of dog owners take their pets with them in the car when they're away for 2 or more nights, me included. You need to accommodate their needs as well. So joining us today to run down the best vehicles for our four-legged family members is Brian Moody, site editor of AutoTrader, along with CJ, who is actually going to demonstrate a few dog-friendly features. Brian, thank you so much. CJ, glad to have you here.
Yeah, CJ, he works for treats, so it's working out well so far. One of the features that we think are important for dog owners is to have this large hatchback opening, like on this Honda minivan. Makes it easier to get in and out for the dog.
Right.
Same with the fold flat seats. This has fold flat seats. One feature this Honda minivan has that you're not going to find on other cars is it has a built-in vacuum cleaner. That makes it easy to clean up dog hair or goldfish or kids messes or anything like that. I mean, it's really a great feature for parents and pet owners. But we think that it works well for pets because you can clean up the dog hair and all that kind of stuff. Okay. We also think that it would be great to have a we think it would be great to have a rear air conditioning vents to keep the dog cool. So when it gets hot in Maryland, you don't want to have the dog overheated. We also think that you should have things like maybe a cabin air filtration system, which will keep the car from smelling doggy, even though you might want to bring your dog with you quite frequently.
Okay, so Brian, 56 million of us have dogs. What do you think are the top vehicles for us as dog owners to have?
Well, here's the ones that we came up with. We came up with a list of 7 that we think work really well for dog owners. There's the Subaru Outback. This is the 2015 model. We have one here. We also think the Nissan Juke is good for that, especially if people have small to medium-sized dogs. The Nissan Juke works well. The Volkswagen Tiguan is a good one. The BMW X3. The Volvo station wagon that has a generous cargo area in the back. And the Kia Soul we think is especially good because it's a combination of lots of interior space, low price, and small car, yet it doesn't feel small. So we think those are great cars. And of course the Honda Odyssey, one with the vacuum cleaner, we think is a great car, especially if you have a combination of kids and pets, and those things usually go together.
Okay, so take your dog's size into consideration when you're picking a vehicle. Now you said something about rear vents. Which one of your vehicles has got the rear vents?
The Honda Odyssey has that. Not only does it have rear air conditioning vents, but it also has side sunshades, so you can prevent the sun from coming in right on the dog. You know how when you're on the freeway sometimes you can't control the position of your car relative to the sun. You have to just go the way the road goes. So this car has sunshades and rear air conditioning, so that keep the dog and people cool who sit in the back. Okay,
so Brian, you and CJ are going to show us some features that should specifically interest us as dog owners as well as the dogs. Well, CJ's got something else to do.
We're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot if he can. Let's see, CJ, up, up, up. See, now with this minivan, it has a low load floor. So because it's low to the ground, unlike say a pickup truck or a big SUV, it makes it easier for him to get in and out of. And that's something you should consider because as the dog gets older, it's going to be harder and harder for them to climb up and down. Also, this van has a fold flat third row seat, and that makes a nice wide area for the dog to lay down in if you're traveling a distance. You're also going to have to secure your dog in some states when you're traveling, and this car has hooks in the back that allow you to hold down the car carrier or hold down, like tether the dog to a seatbelt. One of those two options is probably going to be safest for your dog when you're in the car.
So keep your canine companion in mind when you're getting your next new car, and your next list is going to be for cats, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking with you.
Well, we'll stick with dogs for now.
Oh, okay, we'll just do that for now. Brian Moody, site editor of AutoTrader, and CJ, of course. If you'd like to read more about what Brian just had to say, all you have to do is go to WWOC.com and click on a picture at the top of the page. Now up next on Delmarva Life, Bob Barker back on TV. Hear what he has to say after his latest guest appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful. Delmarva Life will be right back.